This is Nightline.
Tonight, end it like Beckham. Inside the fracture of one of the world's most famous families.
Brooklyn went completely nuclear.
And it begs the question, why?
The drama.
This is the most miserable looking girl that's ever existed.
And the fallout.
Let's talk about this wedding.
And the truth behind that wedding dance launching a flood of AI memes.
What is inappropriate dancing? I'm thinking twerking, I'm thinking grinding.
3 little letters come to mind. WTF.
We hear from the DJ who saw it all. Plus, Rachel McAdams, once the doe-eyed darling in The Notebook.
I waited for you for 7 years.
Now starring in the diabolical survival thriller, Send Help.
I was busy trying to keep us alive.
We've seen you romantic, drama. What was it like to play gory?
Yeah, gore was a first for me.
Her co-star, former Teen Wolf.
Could you page Melissa McCall for me, please?
Dylan O'Brien, his trick for getting into character this time.
How did you channel your inner jerk for this film?
And a sudden passing, remembering the remarkable Catherine O'Hara, the hilarious matriarch of Schitt's Creek.
Are the pillows feather or foam?
Yes.
Sorry, which one?
I don't care.
From ABC News headquarters in New York, this is Nightline.
Thanks for joining us. Tonight, the dramatic falling out of one of the most famous families on the planet, the Beckhams. Previously known for being tight-knit, Tony, and tasteful. Now commanding headlines for the fracture, touched off by the Instagram post seen around the world.
If you'd asked me what I wanted to be when I grew up in kindergarten, it was a Spice Girl. Brooklyn Beckham posted a 6-slide Instagram story kind of out of nowhere, and that's part of the reason it was so shocking. This is the most miserable looking girl that's ever existed. The face is, I mean, I'm not a body language expert, but this is pretty bad. Social media has allowed us to not only get behind the curtain, but be in the dressing room. This story is sad, but you can understand why people would be fascinated by it at the same time. Peltz Beckham Wedding Chaos, Part 12. I think the reason that this has so captured the attention of the public, I mean, number one, it came out of nowhere.
The family feud that made overnight headlines across the world.
We're going to turn now to one of the most famous families in the world.
Brooklyn Beckham is breaking his silence about a family feud surrounding his wife.
Calling his parents, David and Victoria, controlling.
When Brooklyn released this bombshell Instagram story post, I was all in because everyone else was all in. Literally, there is not one person who is not talking about this in their group chats.
Brooklyn Beckham goes on Instagram and posts 6 pages worth of anger and hurt, blasting his parents.
He has really just shattered what we thought was his happy home life with his family. And it begs the question, why?
They're trashing each other in the press.
Brooklyn airing a list of grievances.
He says that his parents have repeatedly tried to ruin his relationship with his wife, Nicola, and that his mom humiliated him at his wedding by dancing inappropriately with him.
I'll tell you another way to go is to hell. And that's what Brooklyn Beckham is telling his mum and dad.
He's gone nuclear, all right? Prince Harry 2.0.
Absolutely explosive Instagram story posts.
This might be the only way he gets to have his voice in the conversation.
But what the heck actually happened in this dance?
I know she is mortified. Victoria Beckham did not see that in her future, that she was going to be an AI meme, dancing all kinds of ways.
People have gone crazy, and it has been wildly entertaining to everyone with a cell phone or access to Instagram.
Is the Beckham's brand ruined? Can they come back from this?
I am turning over, and...
Are we ready?
Need one more thing, and that's the sound of silence. Actually, I just need room tone for my editor.
Okay.
Nice and quiet. We need it for 10 minutes. I hope that's
It's so interesting because when I heard about this rupture in their family, I remembered that I sat down with Victoria and David
20 plus years ago when they were just getting started.
How do you explain this obsession with the two of you?
I don't know. I think that people like the fact that we really spend a lot of time as a family unit. You know, our two children are the most important things to us. And we're often photographed with the kids. You know, I'm a real hands-on mum, David's a real hands-on dad. And I think people can relate to that, you know.
I never would have expected that they would be in the tabloids for a family drama.
Let's take a look at Brooklyn's statement. When I first saw this, I was like, wow, this is really long. But, you know, this is Brooklyn Beckham in his own words. He writes, I have been silent for years and made every effort to keep these matters private.
Unfortunately, my parents and their team have continued to go to the press,
leaving me with no choice but to speak for myself and tell the truth about only some of the lies that have been printed.
My parents have been trying endlessly to ruin my relationship since before my wedding, and it hasn't stopped.
Recently, I've seen with my own eyes the lengths that they'll go through to place countless lies in the media.
Okay, so Nicola Peltz is known as much for her image and who she dates and who her parents are, but she is an actress.
On paper, this does seem like, you know, a perfect merge of two dynasties, the Beckhams, the Peltzes, but that is not how it played out at all.
Brooklyn Beckham was born into a world of privilege. His parents are two of the most famous people on this earth, right? He didn't choose that, but with that comes privilege, whether you want it or not.
I interviewed him in 2003. My interview was to kind of introduce him to the ESPN audience.
You have to be knocked down to get back up again, and that's when people start respecting you.
My interest in David Beckham was basically filtered through his marriage to Victoria.
When you create this whole world and infrastructure around yourselves as a couple, when you have children, they inherit that and are born into it and have to live up to it. They are part now of their parents' narrative, which, for better or worse, it's not a choice that they made, but also they're benefiting from it because they're living this fabulous life because of the family name.
Sources have told People magazine that David Beckham and Victoria Beckham, as a unit, have tried their best to fix things with Brooklyn and Nicola. They have reached out multiple times, and Brooklyn and Nicola are having none of it. They have blocked them. They have issued cease and desist letters.
This is all speculation, but it definitely seems like the wedding was this ground zero moment where everything imploded.
If you're Nicola Peltz, there's one thing that going into this wedding is really freaking you out. And she told, I think it was British Vogue, do you know what it was? She said, I'm really terrified of the first dance.
I'm great at dancing. I'm not nervous about that.
I'm terrified for the first dance.
Absolutely not.
I can't dance.
I need to kill that.
In his Instagram story, Brooklyn wrote, my mom hijacked my first dance with my wife, which had been planned weeks in advance to a romantic love song. In front of our 500 wedding guests, Mark Anthony called me to the stage, where in the schedule was planned to be my romantic dance with my wife, but instead my mom was waiting to dance with me. She danced very inappropriately on me in front of everyone. I've never felt more uncomfortable or humiliated in my entire life.
And three little letters come to mind. WTF.
Now, obviously, this is the statement that caught me because, one, what is inappropriate dancing? I'm thinking twerking, I'm thinking grinding, and who would do that on their son at their wedding day?
So anybody's sort of been wondering what actually took place. So finally, we have an eyewitness to share what he saw took place, and that's the DJ, Fat Tony.
Why I'm here is to talk about the word inappropriate, what we deem inappropriate. There was no Spice Girl action. What it was the word inappropriate. Why I said it was inappropriate as well was because at the time it was the timing, and the whole situation was really awkward for everyone in the room.
And for much more on this story, including Fat Tony's play-by-play account of those awkward moments on the dance floor, watch Impact by Nightline. End It Like Beckham, now streaming on Hulu and Disney+. Up next, we're with Rachel McAdams and Dylan O'Brien dishing on their new survival thriller, Send Help, how they say their characters flip the script in the most surprising way. Welcome back. Rachel McAdams honored just last week with a star on Hollywood's Walk of Fame. The actress stepping into a far less glamorous role in a survival thriller set on a deserted island. McAdams and her co-star Dylan O'Brien unpacked the experience with ABC's Jacqueline Lee.
Although I'm betting I am a much nicer boss than you ever would have been. Except for maybe this part.
We've seen you romantic, drama. What was it like to play gory?
Yeah, gore was a first for me. Fun.
Sticky.
Sticky, gooey. It was a physically challenging film to make.
Rachel McAdams, like you've never seen her before, minted in Hollywood as the menacing, manipulative, mean girl, Regina George.
You're like really pretty.
Thank you.
So you agree? What? You think you're really pretty?
I waited for you for 7 years. Now it's too late.
And Ryan Gosling's doe-eyed darling in The Notebook. But now she's getting wild in a new diabolical thriller, Send Help.
I was busy trying to keep us alive.
Send Help is a lot. In your own words, how would you describe it?
Someone described it to me as a demented romp, and I thought that was pretty apt.
Yeah, it's so silly and fun.
Yeah.
Demented silly can't be romp.
The survival saga already earning high scores on Rotten Tomatoes. McAdams co-star Dylan O'Brien, no stranger to an adventure romp himself, starring in the dystopian film The Maze Runner.
Brenda, we're coming up behind. Keep it busy.
And the supernatural drama Teen Wolf.
Could you page Melissa McCall for me, please?
Now, he's stepping into the role of terrible boss, who suddenly finds himself on a deserted island with his most maligned employee.
Guess who you're talking to? CEO of a next-gen 500 company, baby.
How did you channel your inner jerk for this film?
It's really fun. I don't know, I've always kind of loved the idea of playing a character like that in a film like this. You know, I believe like a character can be so the worst, you know, and obviously have like so much to learn.
The leader forced to become the follower after surviving a plane crash with McAdams' character Linda Little, overlooked in the office but suddenly essential on the island.
While you were sitting here like a bump on a log, little old me was bringing home the bacon. We were glad we were in shape, like our characters kind of had to be in desert island shape. We were on a beach all day with no shelter, you know, no shade.
I was struggling in the days when I was laying on the sand. It was like I was being like microwaved.
The action-packed survival drama, full of twists and turns, from boar hunting.
You ever hunt? I think I like it.
To cliff dangling.
The fall is amazing. The fall is one of my favorite things in the movie.
And a bloody standoff, pitting the two against each other.
Were there any survival movies that you watched in preparation for filming?
I went back and watched Lord of the Flies and then Castaway. Tom Hanks building the fire is so iconic. You know, we're going to have that, but we want it to be different.
And there's a nod to the reality show Survivor.
I'm Linda Little. I want to be the next survivor!
Are you two fans in real life of the show?
Yes. Yes.
Of course.
How did you lean into the whole survival aspect of this film?
I loved it. It was so fun. I got to work with the most incredible survivalist. Her name's Kai Furneaux, and she's just amazing. She can do anything. So we were even asking her questions about like first aid eventually. You know, it started with just fire and, you know, building the shelters and those sorts of things.
Nightline profiling that same survivalist in 2014.
I've always wondered if I could survive
by myself from scratch with absolutely nothing. It's sort of a dream of mine to put myself to that kind of challenge with my survival skills.
She lives and breathes this stuff. She's an incredible person and like genuine, like authentic, like life survivalist.
McAdams channeling both survival and strength on screen.
Rachel, for your character, we watched you be underestimated and overlooked in the workplace. Have you felt underestimated at some point in your career?
I think everybody wants to prove themselves, you know, and it's just like the nature of starting out where you're like, I think I can do it, but I haven't really proved that I can. Linda's coming from a totally different place where she's proven herself time and time again, and she's been just completely overlooked because she doesn't fit into the right box socially, or, you know, she's not the sexy hire.
As an executive, I see no value in you.
Rachel McAdams!
Now the Hollywood Chamber of Commerce honoring the actress with her very own star.
Congratulations, Rachel, on your star for the Hollywood Walk of Fame.
Thank you so much.
Do you think that 8-year-old who dreamed of being on Star Search would ever believe this is your reality right now?
No, she would have had an aneurysm. No, there's no way I would have been able to have properly taken that in.
Now, in her first film since earning her star, Send Help becomes a battle of wills and wits between her character and O'Brien's, begging the question, who will make it out alive?
It is a bit of a throwback, hopefully, movie-going experience where it's a ride. You kind of feel like you've been through it a little bit by the end as an audience member. You're like, I'm tired.
It's very cool that this is getting such a so much behind it, and hopefully is something that is somewhat eventized to bring people to the theaters. And so it was so amazing to get to be a part of something like this.
Looks like a journey worth seeing. Our thanks to Jacqueline. Send Help is in theaters now. When we come back, remembering the wonderful, hilarious Schitt's Creek star Catherine O'Hara.
We had a lengthy conversation about hosiery and menopause.
And finally tonight, remembering the incomparable Catherine O'Hara. From stealing scenes in Home Alone, Kevin, to becoming a woman possessed in Beetlejuice, and winning hearts as Moira Rose, the quippy, glamorous matriarch in the series Schitt's Creek.
Oh my God, where did you come from? This wine is all full. Give me another glass.
Her iconic take on that role would win O'Hara an Emmy Award and legions of fans around the world.
Thank you so much.
Catherine O'Hara was 71. She will be missed. That's Nightline. You can watch all of our full episodes on Disney Plus and Hulu. We'll see you right back here Monday, same time. Thanks for staying up with us. Good night, America.